Welcome back, Learn Citizens. Now that we have covered the basics of anger, let's dive deeper into what happens in your brain and body when you are angry. When you feel angry, the amygdala, which is in an area in your brain that is responsible for emotion, sends a distress signal to your body system. This activates the fight or flight response. Your heart rate increases, your muscle tense, and adrenaline floods your system. Those physical reactions prepare you to either confront the source of your anger or flee from it. While this response was useful in ancient times when physical threats were common, today it can be triggered by non-life threatening situations like arguments or traffic jams. The challenge is learning to calm your response before it escalates. The fight or flight response. So, what is the fight or flight response? The fight or flight response is the way the body protects itself from harm. When you perceive a threat, your brain activates the response, preparing you to either confront the threat or escape from it. For example, if someone insults you, your brain might interpret this as a threat to your self-esteem. This activates the fight or flight response, causing you to either argue back, which is the fight, or shut down the conversation and leave, that is flight. While this response can be helpful in emergencies, it can also be counterproductive in healthy situations. It is important to recognize when your body is in fight or flight mode and use those techniques to calm yourself before reacting. Now, let us look at the role of hormones and stress. What are the role of hormones and stress when we get angry? You see, anger also has a lot to do with hormones. When you are angry, these hormones surge through your body system, giving you energy and increasing your physical readiness to respond. The cortisol, known as the stress hormone, is especially important. It is released when you are under stress and can make you more prone to anger. When you are feeling stressed, you are more likely to get angry over small things because your body is already in a heightened state of tension. That's why managing stress is such a big part of controlling your anger. If we reduce stress, we reduce the chances of anger spiraling out of our body. Finally, let's talk about the long-term effects of uncontrolled anger. When anger isn't managed properly, it can take a serious toll on your health. Chronic anger can lead to 1. High blood pressure, also known as the HBP. Constant anger increases your risk of heart diseases. 2. Weakened immune system. You see, stress and anger can lower your immune response, making you more susceptible to illness. The third one, mental health issue. Long-term anger can contribute to anxiety, depression, and feelings of isolation. In addition to these physical effects, uncontrolled anger can harm your relationships, work performance, and overall quality of life. That is why it's so important to manage anger before it gets out of hand. And that takes us to the end of the class. Now let's review what we have covered today. We said that anger is a normal emotion with an evolutionary purpose, but it can be harmful if left unchecked. Don't forget, I also said anger exists on a spectrum and it often overlaps with other emotions. Common triggers of anger include stress, fear, unmet expectation, and perceived disrespect. I also debunked myths and misconceptions about anger, which include the idea that anger is bad or should always be suppressed. And finally, we looked at the science of anger, including how it affects the brain and body through the fight or flight response, and the role of hormones like the adrenaline and cortisol. Continue working on your anger journal. Track when you feel angry, what triggered it, and how you reacted. Thank you for your participation today. And remember, understanding anger is the first step towards managing it. I look forward to seeing you in the next session. Have a great week and don't forget your anger journal. Bye.